was in the Berkshire Mountains of Massachusetts. It proved its worth there. Okay? That it has incredible pulling power. These locomotives were basically what saved the Nickel Plate Railroad from going into bankruptcy. The Nickel Plate Railroad would eventually own 80 of these locomotives, numbered from 700 to 779. Okay? 779, the last of the locomotives, and the last big locomotive ever produced, that Lima locomotive works in 1949, is in a park in Lima, Ohio. You just wanted to see the very last one of these. It looks like this. Very last one of these that was ever made. That's where you would find it. These locomotives were built to do two things. They were built to pull big loads and to pull them at high speed. Because what the Nickel Plate Railroad specialized in was refrigerated rail car service, moving meats and other perishables from Chicago to the East Coast. Now, perishables can't sit around, okay? So these were your hot shot trains, if you will, of their day. And these locomotives were built to pull 7,000 ton, 10,000 ton even occasionally, trains at speed. The Nickel Plate Railroad is a fairly flat railroad. It doesn't have a whole lot of grades, and it has a lot of straight track. So if you saw in the video, they called it the racetrack. It was. It's a single line railroad for most of its length. Okay? That means you have to have passing sidings along the way so that trains going in opposite directions can pass each other. All right, but these trains were intended to pull that refrigerated perishable stuff at high speed. At high speed meant 60 mile an hour plus. Okay? The Berkshires were not specifically intended to pull passenger trains. As big as these wheels are, the Hudsons were the locomotives that the Nickel Plate used to pull its passenger trains until the 1940s when they switched to diesel. The Hudsons have drivers that are a full 8 inches more in diameter. They are built for speed, 100 mile an hour speed. Okay? And they regularly achieve those speeds. This locomotive was equipped so it could provide heat for steam heat for passenger cars. And actually the very last steam train pulled was a passenger train on the Nickel Plate, and this is the locomotive that pulled it. Okay, this locomotive was stationed here in Fort Wayne. This was its home base, and it was stationed right over here at New Haven, what's known as the East Main Yard. And it operated between here and Bellevue, Ohio, and between here and the Calumet Yard on the south side of Chicago. These are very, very popular. I don't know, the kids saw a video. Did you see how many people there are standing around looking, taking pictures? What it does. Now, if we could get a few more of them to buy tickets to ride, it would be really helpful. Because it costs a lot of money to do this. That's the whistle warning you. He's coming in. All right, we're going to give you an opportunity to go up inside the cab. I'll take a few of you at a time. We'll just line up here and go up the stairs. When you're done, you come out and you go down the corridor.
You and Elise stand in front of the wheel there. Elise! 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 Come here.
Hey, stand in front of the wheel. Those wheels are bigger than you.
Well, a lot of things are bigger than you.
Those tires are big. Oh, Jesus.
What the heck? Garrett, smile.